What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. All right, guys, couple of things I want to talk about. A lot of misconceptions about this game, from early access players to brand new global players. I want to break some of the myths, talk about some of the things you guys have nothing to worry about, and some of the things you do have to worry about, as well as some of the upcoming future banners we can look forward to. Thank you to our ever-loving data miners. So, first thing I want to talk about, and I get this most common question. Am I going to lose my early access data? So first off, guys, you will not. Okay, and I want to make this absolutely unequivocally clear for everyone. You will not lose any of your data. Now, there is a caveat to this about early access players. If you are a VPN player, don't worry. Again, you will not lose your data. But one thing I do not know is how the spending is going to go. I know a lot of VPN players didn't have the option to spend in-game. I don't know if that's still going to be the case or not. I can't answer that. You'll have to figure that out when the game drops. But in regards to the actual information in your data, that is not going anywhere, so don't worry about it. You will continue using the same account. Now, you will stay on the same server as well, so keep that in mind. Your server will not change, so you will be seeing the same level of players playing that game until they decide to completely drop off and quit, and then you won't be seeing them any longer. So that is one question that I get asked almost every single video. Damn it. Hate that. I was hoping it'd be scissors because there's two of them, but they went rock. So I just want to get that out of the way because I know a lot of people were asking questions about that, and that's essentially how that's going to work. All right, guys. So just so you are clear on this, you will not be losing your data. So do not worry. Now, on the flip side of things, the other common question I get from global players that are dropping on, am I going to be competing with early access players? Check this out. No, you're not going to be competing with early access players, so don't worry about that. So what's going to end up happening, guys, is you're going to go into the game. We're all going to be under the global umbrella, but everybody has their own sub-servers, all right? So what that means is if I go to my account, for example, right here, you'll see I'm on server 31 with my whale account. You will never see me as a brand new player. You're only ever going to see other players who join and that are competing on the same server as you are. So for example, if you decide to play with me on the new server on my new free-to-play account, then you'll see me there with that account only, but you will not be seeing my whale account anywhere. So don't worry, you are not going to compete with early access players. That seems to be a contention problem with a lot of folks because they all got confused about how global merging works. We all fall under the global umbrella, but we don't compete with one another because there are sub-servers, or clusters, if you want to call them that, that'll keep us away from seeing early access players versus brand new global players. So hopefully that answers that question. Now, another question people have been asking, Payne, when the game drops, am I going to be getting the diamond bonus happening again? Is the shop going to reset for me if I was an early access player? Quite honestly, I'm almost 1,000% sure on this. Let me take that back. I'm 99% sure on this because I can't be almost 1,000% and not be sure. I'm 99% sure on this that this will remain as is for everybody. I don't think they're going to reset the shop. If they do, hey, kudos to Netmarble. That's a big move for any spender to be able to spend twice and get double the diamond bonus the second time around. I don't think it's going to happen, but a lot of people were asking me about this, so I'm just giving you my opinion. Again, that could change. Netmarble could come back and surprise all of us and give us the 1+1 event for everything yet again. In that case, hey, bonus for the spenders, a little bit more in your pocket for the same price, right? 3, Arise points. This one gets brought up all the time, so I'm going to show you guys real quick. Arise points, right? These are the dollar value that you have saved up. You guys can see here, I have $102 left, right? How is this calculated? How do you get it, etc.? So I'm going to move my screen over here and show you guys how this works, all right? Let me move myself right over here so you guys can still see me. There we go. Okay, so first off, complete the purchase to earn points equal to a percentage of the order price. When your points are earned 14 days after payment is made, you will get yourself your Arise points. So essentially, it's 10% of every dollar that you spend comes back to you as these points. Now, from my understanding and my experience, this is only available through the PC version. Okay, so the PC version will give you this. You have to wait. My experience, again, I found more than 14 days. I found it took about 3 weeks for the first transaction to occur. You have to spend those transactions, I believe, within 30 days, or else you lose them. So keep that in mind. So don't just let them sit and accumulate forever. They won't. You'll lose them. So they're points for you to use when the game allows you to use them. So Arise points, from my experience, unless someone in the comment section can tell me otherwise, they are only found in the PC version. So for those who are planning to be pay to win, remember that's where you find them. Of course, at the same time though, please spend responsibly. All right, got that out of the way. Perfect. Now, for brand new players who are wanting to get Choi and other banners that early access players got, just so you guys are aware, again, shout out to the data miner leakers. The data miners. So alpha leakers specifically for this one. So this is how it's going to go for banners. Now, this is subject to change. Remember, this is just the leaks that they found. So it'll go Cha first, then Alicia, then Emma, then Byung, and then Choi. All right, and then after that, it's most likely going to be SM back, eventually coming back as well too. All right, as a lot of people were asking, like, what's going to end up happening here with the two banners. Now, with global drop, just so you guys are aware as well, this banner will still remain for the next 7 days and 22 hours. So you will have an option to still go for Silver Main Beck if that's the unit you want. Now remember, crit damage is broken. We don't know his full potential. I don't think he's going to be as good as Chop, but he does have that crazy bleed damage, so he may be a unit you may want to invest to in the future, especially when you're fighting against bigger bosses with a ton of HP, because his bleed obviously does 1% of the max HP of the opponent's damage. So he's going to be, I think, a huge unit in the future, quite honestly, and I think when they fix crit damage, we're going to see a hefty unit here that's doing way more damage than we expect. You guys can see here, mine's at 46% crit hit rate and 169.9% crit hit damage. This doesn't work. It only sits at 50% right now. So keep that in mind, okay? Just everyone's aware on the same page. So banners will, in fact, return in the future. So you will be able to get some of the units you're missing out on. I know that was a big concern for many of the folks in Global, being like, how do we get Choi? How do we get Silverman? Well, there you go. Silverman back is going to be available still. Choi will make a return as well, and we'll probably see some other units drop as well. Okay, so another thing I want to talk about here, and this is from Data Miners, Hunter Archives. So we have got early access people have got these keys here kicking around. Once you finish these stories, you get yourself a few of these gems. You guys can see, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is that? 50, 100, 250. 250, that's 500 here in total of these. And then a new one is coming tomorrow as well with Global, and this is what they found. A launch will be Kim Chul and Park Hee-jin. So that's going to be an extra 500 gems right there. So in total, as a brand new player coming in who hasn't done these Hunter Archives, make sure you do them. You get one every day, or 3 keys every day, sorry, that allow you to get total 1,000 over time. So not bad. You get a couple lesson stones, right? So make sure you're doing that as well too. And then also there's something called Reverse Story coming out here as well, which experience Sun Jin Woo's battles as a hunter instead, allows you to play the story with hunters instead of Sun Jin Woo for now what seems to be up to 9 chapters. It will have normal, hard, and very hard mode, although maybe not all at launch right away. This will give us access to more summoning tokens as well as essence stones to do more basic summons. Okay, so just real quick, another question a lot of people have about basic summons is whether the actual characters from the limited banners will go in here ever. Quite honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to see additions of maybe some original characters in here, maybe not as popular ones. We'll see weapons in here for sure. I think weapons we're always going to see in here. This makes sense. Outside of this raggedy ass squad of hunters, I don't think we're going to see any of the limited ones here added in for a very long time, until maybe we see some nationwide hunters, etc., that get popped in. So I think this is going to maintain with weapons. Brand new weapons will be probably added here. The hunters will probably stay the same. We'll talk more about that, and we'll do updated tier lists and all for you guys once the crit damage bug is fixed and all the other bugs are fixed, and we can do a proper testing module session online live with you guys. Okay, so that's also something to look forward to. So yes, limited characters, guys, will not be added to this. They will stay limited, and they'll just do rerun banners until then. Also, a big question people ask, does pity remain? Yes, pity will remain. You will not lose your pity. So this 33 out of 80 here is going to remain for Child when she drops. I'll be able to use that towards that banner as well too, okay? So keep that in mind. You can use the pity between the two banners, and then this here obviously will stay the same. It won't reset when something gets added. You just put it into your list, and you have a higher rate of chance of getting that weapon. All right, so I think that pretty much covers the majority of the questions people had. Those are some of the more preliminary ones. I have a lot more content to bring to you guys when this game is ready to go global. We're going to be redoing some guides as well too, doing some updates on a lot of them, just because I know some big changes are going to happen. Plus, we're going to be doing a lot of live streams as well, so keep that in mind. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys have any comments to add as well too, please feel free to do so. I'm more than happy to talk about it in the comment sections. And also, stay tuned. A lot of big things are going to be happening on this channel. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.